I believe that if we take the chance of sitting out, the person that you may least want in office will be the person that will get in office if we just sit down and sit back and let whatever happen. Greetings and God bless you. Welcome to Press to Jesus. The presidential debates are now over. We are about 2 weeks away from the presidential election. I know that there are so many people in the body of Christ that are really struggling with the voting issue. I know some pastors have chosen to tell people not to vote. And some people are just so frustrated at this point that they are just trying to decide whether to vote, because it's kind of like, which candidate is the better of the other two not great candidates. But I want to encourage you to please vote. There are a lot of people that died to buy the freedom for us to be able to vote. Things that have happened throughout history that allow us to be able to vote. So I want you to go out and vote. Make your stand. Because the thing is that there is not a perfect person in the world. There's not a perfect person in the body of Christ. No one's perfect but Jesus. But I want you to just search yourselves and just decide who best fits your belief system. And that's, for me, is still a little hard, because I really am excited about the current presidency that is, the current president, Barack Obama, that is in office. That is, he's done some really great things in office. But there are some thoughts and some stances that he has taken that I totally disagree with. So that does make it challenging. But I know that some of the issues that I am, very in tune to and very much interested in are like healthcare. I, as an American, truly believe that every American should be able to have healthcare. I have been blessed to travel all over the world. And one of the things that I, think about during this time, being in China, for example, I remember being in the backwoods of China, and, they had a doctor there, and it was the nastiest, dirtiest situation I have ever seen. But people could go and get health care. Like I said, for me, they couldn't put a Band-Aid on me. It was just that kind of dirty. But people had a place to go and get care. Here in America, people are being faced with, suffering, buying medication because they don't have insurance. There are a lot of companies that are cutting out insurance. I happen to be now one of those people that, is basically without health insurance, because I worked in corporate America for many years, and then, lost my job in corporate America a couple of years ago, but now working in the private business sector. And health insurance is so very costly, because I remember looking at Cobra and some of the other insurances, and it was outrageous, the price that you have to pay for insurance. And so insurance, healthcare is very much an issue for me. I think that every child, every adult, it shouldn't matter whether you have a pre-existing condition or not, you should be able to have health insurance. And that is a huge, huge issue for me. I am a firm believer, because I was blessed to graduate from college. I think that every young person that wants to go to college should be able to go to college. And that kind of pressure should not be put on parents, and the guilt of not being able to send their children to college because they don't have the money. There should be availability of funds that you could go to college if that's what you choose to do. So those are the things that are important to me. So I'm asking you to please search yourself and see who the best candidate is. Because speaking of that education thing, I know that one of the candidates blatantly said, like if people need money, like young people should go borrow from their parents. But I personally don't know a whole lot of parents, know some, that are able to give their children, $10,000 or $15,000 a year without some kind of scholarship or some kind of aid in helping them get their children's education. So healthcare, education, and then there are so many other things that are important to me. But I just really want to encourage you to vote. and take your stand and, let your voice be heard, because I believe that if we take the chance of sitting out, the person that you may least want in office will be the person that will get in office if we just sit down and sit back and let whatever happens. So please search yourself. And I said that there is, we've been given the right to vote. We have, we have the freedom to vote. So please vote this November. God bless you. Please rate your comments, subscribe, press to Jesus.